guys, it's Kat. I decided to make this video quickly that I have wanted to make in terms of recent events that have happened tonight. It's not a proper video, I don't even know if I'll put it up on YouTube. Basically, the other day Sam Pepper, I guess you probably know who that is, he made a video called Fake Ass Pinch Prank or something, fake hand ass pinch prank, where he essentially went up to women in the streets and assaulted them, hiding his hand underneath his hoodie, asked them for directions and pinched their bums, which is obviously not right at all and is harassment. He followed this with a second video where he got girls to do the same to guys, and a final video where he said that it was a social experiment to show how bad abusing is wrong and how bad sexual harassment is. This is like blowing people up to show how bad nuclear war is, which is a completely ridiculous idea, but is the same sort of thing. It was apparent from his first video that it was just a prank. It got removed actually, and that it was not a social experiment, and that was basically when he got so much shit for it. Basically he just was like, right, what to do, make it a social experiment. So that was ridiculous. He made other similar videos where he handcuffs himself to girls in the streets and says he won't let them go until they give him a kiss. He has put lassos around random women and asked for their numbers or for them to give him a kiss. All of this, which is blatant harassment, and I'm glad that it's now coming to light how wrong these things are, and I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe he might have been arrested just now. If he hasn't, he probably should, well, he should be, because also other people have been coming out on YouTube saying things that have happened to them between them and Sam Pepper, where he'll flirt with them, even if they're underage, he'll flirt with them and he'll like just horrible things. I'll link one of the videos below by Nisi, that's like one of the latest ones I've seen. I'll also link Lacey Green's video on the whole thing, and she wrote an open letter on Tumblr. I think over 100,000 people, maybe 200,000 people signed it, including Hank and John Green, Catrific I think, and a bunch of other big YouTubers, which is great to see that the whole community can come together to not, to eradicate this behaviour, because it really needs to be eradicated out of this community, because it should be a safe place for people. A similar thing happened. Anya Mags, if you've heard of her, made a video about something that happened to her by Jason from V1I, and that was phrased really badly. Anyway, I'll link the video below. Yeah, I'm not going to try and tell her story in this video, you can watch hers for that, but it is also sexual harassment, and this is bringing to light things like last year, if you heard, I'm sure you will have, Alex Day, Tom Milsom, even a few years ago Eggplant, all these people convicted of things like sexual harassment, rape. Those people are not in the community properly right now, well, anymore, which is good, and it should stay that way, and anyone that thinks this behaviour is acceptable will not be tolerated and will not be allowed into this community, because although it is not so much a close-knit community like it used to be, it's still a wider community, and that kind of behaviour is not acceptable. It's just not, and I think more people need to understand that it's not okay and we need to get rid of it. So I'm glad this is coming to light, I guess, although it's a horrible thing to have happened to people. I just wanted to make this video to basically say it doesn't just have to be that some YouTuber with a lot of subscribers was being horrible to you, although that is awful. I'm not saying anything, I'm just saying there are other forms of sexual harassment, and people are coming forward with their stories. This isn't a story, this is just almost, it's not advice, I wouldn't say it was advice, it's just, sorry, I just wanted to talk about it. If you have been, or think you are being harassed or sexually harassed, please do something about it. Go to the police, tell your parent, tell your guardian. don't have to deal with that, you really don't, and it's not okay to have to deal with that, or for people to think that it's acceptable to do that. For example, it doesn't just have to be a YouTuber. For you to tell people on the internet, it doesn't have to be someone trying to, for example, have sex with you, or asking you for pictures or anything like that. It could just be simple things like, you know, sandpapers touching someone in the street. That's not okay. It could be if you're in a relationship with someone and they pressure you into things and you don't want to do those things, you shouldn't have to do those things. You really shouldn't. And if you're in a relationship and you feel like you might be forced into things that you don't want to be involved in, or that you have any kind of signals about not, you know, like not, you know what I mean, like not being forced into things that you're not okay with. Even just things like kissing someone. If you don't want to kiss someone and they try to kiss you, that's not okay, and you have every right to tell them to just not to do that, not to touch you. If anyone tries to touch you and you don't want them to do that, you need to tell them that. And although it is not a good society where we tell people, you know, don't get harassed, don't get raped, instead of don't harass and don't rape, which it should be, we can at least start by saying don't, you know, do everything you can to prevent that kind of thing from happening to you, and to not be the kind of person who thinks that that's okay, because it isn't okay. And if at least people can start to understand that even the smallest things can be assault or harassment, we can start to get rid of this behaviour in the whole society. This is a very small step, but it's still a step, and it's a step in the right direction, that people now know that there are so many cases of this. There are so many, not even just on YouTube, not even people that have told people yet. There are just so many cases that happen every day, and people think that it's normal. They think that it's normal to, you know, do something with a boyfriend or girlfriend that they wouldn't really want to do in the first place, but they feel bad, they feel guilt tripped into it because they're dating someone. Or if you want to talk, if a YouTuber, for example, starts talking to you and you're like, you idolise this person, maybe you might look up to them, they have some sort of authority or power over you. It's not okay for them to abuse that power to get you to do things for them, or do anything you don't ever want to do, to flirt with you, to flirt with anyone that's underage if they are over age. For example, in Nisi's video, which I'll link below, she talks about how Sandpaper being, I think she was 15, he was 22 maybe, I'm not sure completely, but she was definitely 15 and he was definitely 20 or over, and he was like being like, you know, flirting with her and asking her for pictures and stuff like that, which is just obviously completely wrong. Underage, it's illegal, it's not right. And I just feel very strongly about this, that it's not, don't just tell someone if any of this is happening to you, and I really hope that each and every one of you never have to suffer this, and if you have, I'm so honestly sorry, and you're so strong, you're honestly so strong for, you know, going through that, having to deal with that. So please tell someone.